Hi, it's Emma at the bead shop in Nottingham, and today I'm going to be showing you how to mix up the Devcon 5 minutes epoxy glue and how to use it to stick these acrylic roses onto metal findings such as these stud earrings. It's a very strong epoxy glue which is especially good for sticking anything like plastic or metal to metal findings. It provides a really strong bond which is much stronger than any super glue or hot glues can provide. So with any epoxy glue, it always comes in two parts, and with the Devcon 5 minutes epoxy it's really obvious. There's one tube which has a black lid and one tube which has a white lid. The white lid is the hardener and the black lid is the resin, and all we need to do is mix an equal pea-sized amount from both tubes together and apply it to the surfaces. And as the name suggests, the bond does go off and set hard in 5 minutes, although we do recommend that you leave it slightly longer to create a firm bond. They do recommend that the full set time is between 8 and 10 minutes and the full cure time is about an hour. Just using a piece of scrap paper to mix my resin on, and I'm working on a wipeable surface because the resin does get quite sticky, so you don't want to do it on your table because when it does set, as the name suggests, it does set very, very hard. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to take, it doesn't matter which tube you start with to be honest, so I've got the white tube which was the hardener, and I'm just going to squeeze out a blob onto my paper. And it's very important that you always put the right lid back on the right tube, because when the two halves meet they create a chemical reaction and you knock that lid off, it would set hard. So now I'm going to put an equal sized blob of my resin, which is the one with the black lid. So just put the two next to one another, and then I'm going to use a cocktail stick, or you can use a matchstick, just to mix these two halves together. As you start mixing, it doesn't come across greatly on camera, but they do kind of begin to look a little bit cloudy. That's absolutely normal. That's the chemical reaction beginning. You do need to work quite quickly with this. As I say, this it starts kind of setting after 5 minutes, so you want to have everything ready before you start mixing. So I'm thoroughly mixing the two together, scraping it up and mixing it together. Once you're happy that it's thoroughly mixed together, I'm going to turn these little acrylic roses over and I'm going to apply a small amount of the glue onto the earring finding. And pop that on. And the same with the other one. And pop that on the centre there. You don't need to worry too much if there is any excess glue around the edges, because the Devcon does actually dry completely clear, so there won't be any yellow marks showing. The glue, even when it's set, does stay completely clear and doesn't yellow. You just need to make sure that the earring findings stay in the middle of your roses until they're set. You can always use a bit of sort of sticky tape or tack to hold them down. If you're going to be with them, you can just keep an eye on them. So I've left my earrings now for 10 minutes and the glue has set, and I've just left them on a little bed of sticky tack, which is great for uneven surfaces of this and just keeping them nice and flat. And as you can see, it's now completely stuck to the back and it's not yellow at all. Even though you can see a very, very faint line of glue around the edge, it is completely clear and it will stay like that. And now they are ready to wear.